iPad? My iPad. Oh, hi. Hi. That's you, Gemma. I started early. I just wanted to check that everything was working this week. So hopefully we have no hiccups. So we should have sound, camera, everything good. I just have my phone to hand to make sure if you need to send me any messages, I'll take my do not disturb off for now. So a little bit of a wait before we start, but hopefully we can begin on time. Just going to close the shutters a little bit more. A bit of light coming in. There we go, that's better. Let's get ourselves a nice picture on the screen. There we go. Good. Right. I think we've got everything set. Just check. See my hands to the ceiling. Just going to tilt the camera ever so slightly up. That's the fraction. So everything's ready.
Yeah, I'm just saying from our side, how would you need to look at always half of that we can do ourselves, we can do better, we can build and shoot as much.
Right, let me just turn that off. Hi, so I don't know who's here. Waiting just another 10 minutes before we start. It's okay. I'll get it.
Squarespace offering 20% discounts. Register the new subscription.
Hi. Welcome anybody who's here. Hi Gemma. All good? Hopefully you can hear me okay. Yeah, excellent. Thank you. Super. So I'm gonna start at 6:30. So I've come on nice and early. I started early. I just wanted to make sure there was no technical issues, so everything's fine. So we're all ready to go at 6:30. So make sure you got your stuff that you need. If you need any blocks, cushions, a strap. Great. Me too. So maybe even have some water to hand. We don't normally drink water during yoga, but it's really hot actually. According to my watch, it's 26 degrees. So it's really, really warm tonight. So make sure you take in some hydration if you feel you need it. It's a fairly gentle class tonight, but we'll still be working fairly hard, even though it's a beginner's class. I'm going to open my window actually, so I've got a little bit more fresh air. So got a little bit of time yet, so just make yourself comfortable. Open the window, some air in. Ooh. So if you're waiting and you want to take a little lie down to start, then take the opportunity to just lie in a shavasana position. So you can lay on your back. Oh, while we wait. Oh, it just gives yourself a lovely stretch along the floor. Maybe hugging one knee in at a time. So just switching sides. Hugging the knees in and chest. Maybe a little rock from side to side. Drawing the nose up to the knees. A little rock and roll, a little self-massage on the spine. So we've got another 5 minutes. I think we're gonna just hang out here. Connect with the breath. I think it's just going to be you and me, Gemma. Maybe some people will hop on in the next 4 minutes. Oh, here comes somebody. Welcome. So whoever's just joined, make sure you have everything you need. If you have some yoga blocks, you like to use blocks to sit on to start, or you use a bolster, use that, or take a cushion, or using a strap. If you don't have a yoga strap, any belt will do. A dressing gown belt, just any belt. So for the forward folds, if you can't reach your feet, it's really quite nice to hook the belt around the feet just to assist in fold. So another 3 minutes and then we'll get started. The great thing with these YouTube videos is once they're published, they stay on the channel and then anybody can watch them at any time. So it's really quite useful in that sense. So just another couple of minutes. So maybe if you've just joined and you just want to give yourselves a little stretch out on your mat, then laying on your back, just closing the eyes, stretching the arms and legs. So really noticing yourself arriving at your practice. Because with yoga, it's very much mind, body, and spirit. Not that any other type of practice isn't, dance or Zumba or ballet. You could say those things are definitely spiritual as well, because they definitely lift our spirits. But being fully present is a very important part. That real concentration is what we're after. Concentration without overthinking, though. So, 1 minute to go. Oh, hi. Somebody's just joined us. Welcome. Welcome to a beginner's yoga class. So get your stuff ready. Maybe have some water to hand if you feel you need to take a few sips of water throughout the class, because it's a really hot, sticky evening. We're having terrific weather, so I'm not complaining at all. So let's just wait 1 more minute and then we will begin. So today we're going to start our practice in a cross-legged seated position. So use your props, your blocks, your cushions. That's absolutely fine. So I'm going to use a bolster, which is just a glorified long cushion. We're at 6:30, yeah. Who have we got here? So I can say hi. Fiona, welcome. Welcome to Beginner's Yoga. Nice to see you. Maybe once this is all over, we'll be able to all meet up in Gemma's classes, which I've been doing as well. I did Gemma's class this morning at 11:15, post a HIIT session that I taught. So I had a super nice. So beginning just in a comfortable cross-legged position. Just checking everything's okay. I saw a little yellow banner come across the top, which is always a little warning sign for me. Okay. Let's hope the sound is okay. Is the sound okay? Just checking my microphone isn't playing up. It shouldn't do because it's fully charged. Let me know, is that okay now? We have full signal on my devices, it seems. Crackling, that's never happened before. That's really kind of odd. So, option is for me to Is it still crackling? Can you let me know? It shouldn't be crackling because everything seems fine from here. The signal should be fine. Let me, dare I unplug it and switch it on and off and see what happens. So I'm going to switch the mic off. I'm not sure if it's going to affect it. Okay, I'm going to switch the mic off. Okay, mic is off. Can you hear me? I'm glad they started with the crackling in the beginning. At least I've noticed that something's gone wrong. It's the first time the mic has let me down. Still crackling? How's the sound now? Perfect? Okay, so hopefully, let me just turn the volume up here to full. Don't know if that makes any difference. Is it good now? Excellent, wonderful. Sorry about that, no idea. I shall make sure my mic is fully switched on, so don't try to double up. These little devices have been fine so far, but you know, as with technology, you have to work with it. It says my connection is unstable. Now that could be due to the internet. So I hope that the connection is okay, because this is kind of working on Wi-Fi. Right, hopefully everything's okay. Let's cross our fingers. Right, starting again. We didn't get too far, so right. It could be to do with the signal, not the actual mic itself, but we'll stick with this. So sitting in your cross-legged Sukhasana position. So first, checking that the shoulders are stacked over the hips. Roll the shoulders themselves back and down. So just a gentle squeeze in with the shoulder blades towards each other. So openness across the chest, across the collarbones. Don't flare the lower ribs, just tuck the lower ribs in. Squeeze and lift navel to spine. And begin to engage the pelvic floor. Just squeeze and lift there. Taking the hands to rest lightly onto the knees. Draw your pointer finger and thumb together, and then open the remaining fingers. Draw your chin gently towards the chest and feel the lovely length in the back of the neck, so elongating the spine. Make it feel as though somebody's pulling you from a golden thread from the crown up to the sky. So the crown of the head, now just taking the focus and attention inwards. So letting go of anything that's happened up to this moment. Feeling yourself become fully present in the here and now. So dialing down any external sounds you might hear outside of the room or beyond. Just letting any thoughts that try to drift in to your awareness, sit those to the periphery of your attention. So just let them gently drift away. Taking your attention to the breath. Breathing in and out through the nose. You're using the nose as a filter. Beginning to swirl the breath in the back of the throat. This is our Ujjayi sounding breath. Whispering, oceanic, victorious breath. Noticing the simple sensations of the breath. Notice how the body changes as you deeply breathe in. Notice how the ribcage widens, the chest expands, the belly rises. And notice that softness, that release as you let the breath go. Breathing now, so I'm going to count us in for 4 and out for 4. So let's begin with an in for 4, 3, 2, 1, out, 4, 3, 2, 1, in, 4, 3, 2, 1, out, 4, 3, 2, 1, in, 4, 3, 2, 1, out, 4, 3, 2, 1, in, 4, 3, 2, 1, out, 4, 3, 2, 1. So keep that nice, steady, even breath. So there's always a little pause in between the breath in and the breath out. Just slight, kind of like a half beat in a bar or a full beat. So keeping that nice, steady, even rhythm of the breath. Keeping the engagement of your mula bandha, the pelvic floor. Squeeze and lift gently in and up. And then keeping that navel drawn in towards the spine, your Uddiyana Bandha. These two energy locks work together to form a really strong base to your core, to your trunk, to your torso, and also hold the energy inside your body.
I think it's in June or July.
And lastly, before we begin to move in this moving meditation, which is yoga, synchronizing the breath and the movements together, let's take this opportunity of stillness, quiet mind, stillness, to set a positive intention for yourself. So find that resolve, that intention that resonates with you. Keeping it nice and simple, but give it some color, some light, some clarity. So visualize that intention, that positive intention. And you're going to repeat that to your inner mind's eye silently to yourself 3 times, beginning with I am and then fill in your intention.
You change the names.
Slowly opening up the eyes, releasing the mudra of the hands. Drawing the knees together. Nice and slowly, using the hands, roll yourselves up to gently come up to standing. So nice and slowly, bringing the feet together. Really curl up through the spine, vertebra by vertebra, head coming up last. So don't rush. And then we're going to come to stand at the top of your mat. Now, during our sun salutations, there are classical A and B variations. I'll be facing the end of my mat. And just to let you know, I will not be mirroring you. So I'm going to, when I say right leg, it will be my right leg. And it's when I'm facing you, slide on. So if this, I'm going to say left leg. So when I'm facing you, I'll be mirroring you. So I'll give you the instruction in a mirrored version. So starting at the tops of your mats. So I'm facing the other way. We begin in Tadasana, mountain pose. So taking the feet either hip distance apart or the big toes touching. Then I lift the inner arches of the feet and then lift all 10 toes off the mat. Then replace and ground those 10 toes, keeping them spread wide into your mat. Squeeze and lift into the thighs, feel the kneecaps lift with them. And then check on the pelvis, just seeing if you need to just give a little anterior or posterior tilt, depending on how your spine is set. So for me, a little anterior tilt to really make sure the spine is nice and straight for me. Rolling your shoulders back and down. Openness through the chest, but don't flare the lower ribs. Engage the arms fully and feel the energy run all the way to the fingertips. Bringing your hands to your heart center, Samastitihi. Beginning with 3 full Surya Namaskars in the classical style. Taking a nice deep breath in, reaching your hands up to the sky, look up to your thumbs. Exhale, hinging from the hip creases, folding forwards into Uttanasana. Let the head go. Nice deep breath in as you come to fingertips or hands to shins, flat back, gaze forwards into Ardha Uttanasana. Plant the hands. Exhale, step your right foot back, drop the knee down, release the back toes. Taking a nice deep breath in as you come into a deep low lunge. Really sink into the hips, look up to your hands. Exhale, frame the front foot. Tuck the back toes, step your left foot back into plank. Exhale, drop the knees, chest to chin, Ashtanga Pranam. Take a nice deep breath in, squeeze the shoulders back together as you take your locust Salambasana. Exhale through a tabletop, tuck the toes, and then coming into a downward facing dog. So keeping it nice and slow and steady. On your next breath in, stepping your right foot forwards. Drop the back knee. Then taking a breath in again as you lift your hands to the sky, looking up to your thumbs. Anjanasana. Plant the front hands, exhale. Step the left foot front forwards into a halfway lift. So lift the chest, gaze, navel to spine. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold deeply. Inhaling, reaching the hands through center all the way back up to Urdhva Hastasana, look up to thumbs. Then exhale back to Samastitihi, hands to heart center, back to Tadasana. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Drop the head towards the legs. Inhale, halfway lift, scoop the belly up, gaze forwards. Plant the hands, exhale, step that right leg back, drop knee and foot releases at the back. Breath in for your Anjanasana, looking up. Really sink into that right hip. Exhale, frame the front foot. Inhale into plank, strong plank. Drop the knees, chest, chin, exhaling. Then inhale, pressing into the hands, squeeze the shoulder blades, elbows close to the body. Exhale through Bidalasana, tabletop, then tuck the toes. Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Big breath in. Then exhale, stepping that right foot forwards, drop the knee. Inhale, other side. Now we're doing our Anjanasana. Look up to your thumbs, deep low lunge. Exhale, plant the hands either side of the right foot, then stepping the left foot forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Forward fold, deeply exhale. Inhale, hands through center, reaching up to the sky. Back to Samastitihi. Mountain pose. One more time. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, deeply forward fold. Plant the hands. Inhale, fingertips or hands to shins. Ardha Uttanasana, gaze forwards. Plant the hands, step that right foot back, drop the back knee and release the back foot. Big breath in. Looking up to your thumbs, a little back bend here. Planting the front foot, hands either side of the foot. Stepping the left foot back, inhale. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, Ashtanga Pranam. Inhale, Salambasana, looking up, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Exhale through Bidalasana, tuck the toes, coming into downward facing dog. Big inhale, then stepping the right foot forwards, drop the back knee, release the toes at the back. Breath in for your Anjanasana. Little back bend, look up to your thumbs. Frame the front foot, exhale. Inhale, step the feet together and come to your halfway lift. Exhale into Uttanasana, deeply forward fold. Inhale, hands through center, reaching all the way up to the top. And then sending the hips forward, the hands slightly back. It's a little micro back bend. Back through to Samastitihi. Hands next to you for Tadasana. Hold it here. Feel the breath come and go. I'm just checking that everything is okay. Seems like it, so keep going. Taking Surya Namaskar A. So a little bit of a change here, so follow me. This time we sweep our arms wide as we lift our hands to the sky,
into a Urdhva Hastasana. Then swan dive the arms wide, forward fold into Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant the hands, step or jump the feet back into plank. Exhale, taking the knees, chest and chin. Then inhale, coming into that Salamphasana, looking up. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, tuck the elbows in. This time, tucking the toes under, and imagine somebody's pulling you from your tailbone to transition, exhaling into downward facing dog. Take 2 deep breaths here. So Drishti, your gaze is towards your navel, your chin towards your chest. Feel that lovely stretch down the Achilles, the calves, the backs of the knees. Big breath in, bending the knees, look to the top of the mat. Exhale to step or jump lightly to the top. Breath in, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, deeply forward fold. Plant the hands, head goes towards the legs. Inhale, rooting the feet, squeeze into the thighs, lifting the hands wide, back up to Urdhva Hastasana. Then we're going to flow all the way down. Exhale, swan dive into your forward fold. Plant the hands, drop the head. Breath in, halfway lift, scoop that belly up. Plant the hands, exhale, step or jump, and lower through Chaturanga Dandasana if that's your practice. Inhale for a full upward facing dog, or stay with your Salambhasana. If you're taking your upward facing dog, the legs are off the mat. Squeeze the thighs and glutes, look up. Exhale, driving those hips back. Squeeze the navel to spine, draw yourself up from the tailbone. So reset your downward facing dog, spread the fingers wide, heels going down towards the mat, but they don't have to touch. Taking the chin towards the chest, Drishti, your gaze towards the navel. On your next breath in, a little bend in the knees, look to the top of the mat. Exhale, step or jump lightly to the top. Breath in, Ardha Uttanasana, half lift. Forward fold, exhale. Root the feet, squeeze the thighs, lifting up. Arms sweep wide all the way to the top, Urdhva Hastasana. Last time, exhale, swan dive down to forward fold. Breath in, halfway lift. Plant the hands, step or jump back into plank. Taking Chaturanga, keep the elbows tucked close, hover above the mat. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Drive the hips back. Draw the navel actively towards the spine. Keep your bandhas active. Keep the breath flowing and steady and even. Next breath in, bend the knees a little bit, look forward. Exhale, step or jump lightly to the top. Breath in, halfway lift. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, sweep the arms wide, lifting all the way up to the top, Urdhva Hastasana, then hands through center back to Samastitihi, Tadasana, mountain pose. Stay here for a few more breaths and then we'll begin Surya Namaskar B. So we didn't do this last week, so I'm adding this in this week. So bringing the feet together, starting in Tadasana, mountain pose. Taking a nice deep breath in, bending into the knees, sweep the arms back, then forwards, lifting the arms up. So we're coming into kind of like a lightning bolt kind of shape, looking between the hands. This is Utkatasana, chair pose. We're going to exhale, deeply forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant the hands, hold the breath as you step or jump back into your plank. Taking your knees, chest, chin option, or Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, for keeping with your cobra or a full upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Then inhale, you're going to float the right leg up towards the sky. Hips remain level, three-legged dog. Bring yourself onto the tippy toes of your left foot. Draw your weight slightly into your hands. Bring your knee in towards your chest. And then lightly step that right foot forwards between the hands. You're on the ball of the back foot. Breath in, Ashta Chandrasana. Look up between your hands. 2 breaths. Big breath in, reaching forwards. Frame the front foot. Step the front foot back. Exhale, lower your choice. Inhale, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, exhale. Scoop and lift that navel to spine. Big breath in, lifting the left leg towards the sky. Keep those hips pointing down towards the floor. Tip your toes on the right foot. Weight comes slightly more into the hands. Draw the knee into chest. Step the front foot forwards. And then inhale, coming into your Ashta Chandrasana. Look up between your hands. Now this is a bit of a balance because we haven't got the back heel rooted down, which is on the ball of the back foot. Big breath in, reaching forwards, frame the front foot. Step it back. Exhale, lower, your choice. Inhale, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, exhale. Reset your breath. Use your downward facing dog as a little kind of recovery, if you like. Chin to chest. Just check you're not locking out in the elbows. Softness in the joints. It's making sure you're not hunching the shoulders by the ears. Taking a nice breath in, bend the knees, look forwards. Exhale, step or jump lightly to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Forward fold, exhale. Into chair, inhaling. So bending the knees, sweep the arms forwards and up. Follow the hands with the gaze. Then coming back to your mountain pose. Inhale, chair. Exhale, deeply forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant the hands, hold the breath as you step or jump back. Exhale, lower, your choice. Hover above the mat for chaturanga. Inhale, full upward facing dog if you can. Exhale, drive those hips back, downward facing dog. Big breath in, right leg kicks to the sky, and then stepping it forwards between the hands straight away. Drop the left heel to the floor, hips face forward. Warrior one, Virabhadrasana. So looking up to the hands, you can have the hands and arms separate. If you can bring the palms, the hands together in prayer, do that. But making sure you're facing the top of your mat, you haven't spun to the side. Looking up, your drishti is up to your top hand. Frame that front foot. Step the front foot back into plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, exhale. Kicking the left leg. Inhaling, stepping it between the hands, drop the back heel, breath in, warrior one, Virabhadrasana, left side. Check those hips are facing forward. Nice bend in that front knee. Looking up with your drishti to your thumbs. Forward folding, planting your hands either side of the front foot, step it back into plank. Exhale, lower, with control, your choice. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Reset your dog. Spread the fingers wide. Check in with the breath. Nice and steady and even. Inhale, bend the knees, gaze forwards. Exhale, step or lightly jump to the top. Breath in, halfway lift. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, chair. So squeezing the thighs and glutes. Scoop and lift the belly. Look up between the hands. Then coming back to your mountain pose. Got one more Surya Namaskar beat to do. Breath in, chair. Utkatasana. Forward fold, exhale. Breath in, halfway lift, gaze forward. Hold the hands to the floor, hold the breath. Step or jump back. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Really squeeze navel to spine. Big breath in, kicking that right leg forward between the hands. Drop the back heel. We're doing a warrior one on the right side. Looking up to your hands and then framing the front foot. Exhale. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, exhale. Left leg lifts to the sky, breathing in, then stepping it between the hands. Exhale. Drop the back heel. Breath in, warrior one, just one breath. Frame the front foot, exhale. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. Breath in, halfway lift. Sorry, upward facing dog, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Really squeeze those shoulder blades together. Exhale, driving the hips back. Really use the bandhas. Drawing navel to spine, downward facing dog. Let's all take a nice deep breath in, really fill the lungs. Open the mouth and sigh the breath out. Deep breath in, sigh it out. One more breath in, sigh it out. Next breath in, a little bend in the knees, look forwards, exhale, step or jump lightly to the top of your mat. Breath in, halfway lift, forward fold, exhale. Breathe deeply, fold over the legs. Take a breath in into chair, Utkatasana. Reaching the arms forwards and up. And then reaching up to the sky for Urdhva the last one. Arms wide, back to Tadasana, mountain pose. Reset your breath. Now, at this point, you might feel a little bit hot, so grab a little sip of water. Just a brief sip. And then come to stand back at the top of your mat. Just checking everything is okay still. All right, so top of the mat. Taking a big step out with your right foot. You're going to line up your front foot with a back inner arch. So a nice wide stance with the feet. So imagine you're standing on an imaginary line being drawn on your mat. You're going to take a big breath in. You're going to reach the arms to the sky. You're going to exhale and bend into that left leg. Really sink into the hip. So the body is sinking centrally upright, not leaning forward. So keep the body upright. And you're going to look to your front middle finger, your left middle finger. So soften the face, neck and jaw. Check in with that whispering oceanic sounding breath. Then taking the left forearm to thigh, windmilling the right arm overhead, reaching away to create a beautiful diagonal line. So really activate that lower hand, your left hand, and really send the outer edge of your right foot away as far as possible to the fingertips of the right fingertips. Open the chest to the front, to the side. Look up to your top hand if that's available. Then taking a big breath in, look down to your front foot. Straighten your left leg. Bringing your arms 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Look up to your top hand. Utthita Trikonasana. So don't dump down onto that left hand. Bring that left hand to your heart center. Look up to your top thumb. Then we're going to reach the arms parallel together just for a couple of breaths. And then windmilling the right arm down and round back to your warrior two. Now step your feet together to the front of your mat. And then step your left foot back. Now I'm going to go around the other way because otherwise I'll be facing the wall. So now you have you're on the other side. So I'm going to face this way. So you have your right foot forward, your left foot back. So reset your feet, make sure you have your front heel lined up with a back inner arch. Warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. Big breath in and then you exhale, sinking into that front knee. So make sure the front knee doesn't oversail the ankle. If it is, you can't see that front toe, then widen the feet, take them further apart. Reach the fingertips away, soften the shoulders, neck and jaw, soften the face. Maybe a little smile in the corners of the mouth. Sink a bit deeper into the hips. Whispering Ujjayi sounding breath. Then bringing the right forearm to thigh. Left arm sweeps up overhead, diagonal. So those fingertips reaching away as far as they can to the outer foot. Lift your gaze up to your top hand and have your chest really open to the side. The right hand is active. It's not just flopping, it's active. Imagine you're holding something precious. Then straightening the front leg, bringing the arms 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, Utthita Trikonasana. Looking up to your top hand. Squeeze their thighs as though they're going towards each other. And squeeze into the hips. Lift into the side obliques. Bring that hand heart, looking up to your top hand. Going to reach the arms parallel. 2 breaths. Then wimbling the left hand down and round back to a warrior 2. Look to the top of your mat. Step your feet back together. Back to your mountain pose. Coming into eagle. So we'll do a little prep first. We're going to go into the left leg standing leg. So find a drishti spot on your mat. Spread the toes wide. Really feel the connection of your foot to the mat. Particularly use that big toe, really for balance. So first we're going to bring the right knee in towards the chest. Very, very slowly. See if you can drop your nose down to your knee. And then taking the right over at the knee. Taking heart center. Nice big breath in. Look into that drishti spot. And then sinking, bending into your standing leg. Keeping the chest lifted. One big breath in and out, and nice and slowly we're going to come up without dropping that foot to the floor. Take your hands to your hips and then extend and reach your right foot forward. Squeeze into the thigh. Hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice and slowly lower it down. Give your legs a little shake. Over to the other side, right leg, standing leg. Keep that drishti spot for your gaze, for your balance. Going to bring the left knee in towards the chest. Nice and slowly lowering the nose to touch the knee. Don't worry if you wobble. Wobbling is absolutely fine. It happens all the time. It's just our body telling us that we need to work on things. Challenge is good. Taking that left foot across the right leg, hands heart center. Keep the chest lifted. Big breath in and exhale as you bend into your standing leg. Tune in with the breath. Really lift and squeeze into your belly. Creating a lot of stability and support in your trunk. 3 more breaths. In and out. Then coming up on a nice breath in. Hands to your hips. Extend that left foot forwards. Squeeze into the thigh. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice and slowly with control. Bring it down. Coming into Prasarita Padottanasana. Taking a big step out. So you'll be wider than your mat now if you're facing me. Have your feet parallel with each other, the outer feet. Take your hands to your hips. So nice and wide with those feet. You take a big breath in. Lift and lengthen the spine, looking up. Exhale, hinging from the hip creases into the crown of the head down towards the floor. Then taking the hands behind you, clasp the hands, and then lifting the hands up away from the body. Drawing the crown of the head down towards the mat. I'm going to hold it here for 5 deep breaths in and out. So feeling your weight slightly more into your toes, just to tilt the pelvis up towards the ceiling a little bit more. See with every exhale if you can lift those arms further overhead. Now everybody's different with their shoulders. Some people's arms don't lift much. Some people's flop over and touch the floor when they do this. So just listen to your body. Take it to where you can. This is your practice. No ego, no competition, no judgment. On your next breath in, release the arms parallel to the earth. Take your hands to your hips. Then bending, lifting up. Heel toe the feet a little bit closer together. Look to the top of your mat and step your feet together. Coming into tree pose of Vrikshasana. Standing leg left side. Bring that right knee in towards the chest like we did before. Drishti spot for your gaze, for your balance. Bringing that nose to knee. And then finding a spot for the right foot. Big toe to earth, big toe to calf, or taking it above the knee but never on the knee. Open the right knee to the side. Squeeze and lift into your bandhas, bringing your hands to your heart center. Take a nice big breath in, reaching your branches up to the sky. If you feel you want to sway your branches in the cool breeze, then take them from side to side. Really root that big toe into the earth. Feel yourself fully strong in your trunk. Then taking your hands through center back to heart. We're going to take our hands to our hips, and once again, we're going to extend that right foot forwards. Hold it here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. Give your legs a shake. Right leg, standing leg. Root the foot, root the big toe. Squeeze into the thigh and glute. Slowly bringing the left knee to chest. Then dropping the nose down to knee. Moving slowly with control. Then taking the left foot to touch the earth, big toe touching to calf or above the knee, you choose. Opening the left knee to the side, so just opening up the hip. Bring your heart, hands to heart center. Big breath in, reach up. This time let's take some cactus arms. So opening up the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades together, spread the fingers wide. 2 more deep breaths in and out. Reaching up on it, big breath in. Exhale, hands down through heart to center. Hands to hips, and then extending that left foot front. Don't touch it down to the earth yet. 5, 4, squeeze into that thigh. 2, 1, lower it down slowly with control. Well done. Standing at the top of your mat, taking a little vinyasa, which is a little sequence to flow down, like our sun salutation A. Big breath in, arms wide, up to the top, Uttanasana. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold, into Uttanasana. Breath in, halfway lift. Plant the hands, step or jump into your plank. Just take it how you want to. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, or Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Squeeze those shoulder blades together, open the chest, look up. Exhale into downward facing dog, just for 1 breath, and then dropping the knees to your mat. Release the feet, and then lowering yourself down into child's pose. Sending the arms back, palms facing up, forehead to the mat. Close the eyes. Allow the shoulders to open. Rolling forward, feel that space between the shoulder blades. Connect with your breath. Two more deep breaths in and out. I think everything's still okay on the live stream there. So hopefully you're still with me. Taking a nice deep breath in. Coming to sit on your heels. So you hold it here whilst I demonstrate what we're going to do next. I'm going to take your left hand to the mat. You're going to stack your feet one in front of the other and lift your right arm up to the sky. So Vasisthasana, extended side plank, so off you go. So left hand to your mat, reaching up with the right arm. Your arms 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Squeeze and lift into the side body. I'm going to hold it here for 5 more breaths. Nice Ujjayi sounding, continuous breath. 2 more. Big breath in. Then look down to your lower hand, and we're going to go straight over and switch sides. So forgive me, I'm turning my back to you, but now you're on your right hand, you're flipping your feet over on the sides, outside and inside of the foot, your left hand to the sky. Squeeze the hips together, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the thighs as though you're trying to glue them together. For another 3 breaths. Big breath in. Look down to your supporting hand. Drop the other hand down into a plank. Drop to the knees. And then walk your hands forwards into a little puppy dog pose. So the hips are above the knees. Reaching the hands forwards. Dropping the arms and chest down towards the mat. They may not touch. Your chin might touch. Scoop and lift into the belly. 2 more breaths. Take a nice big breath in. We're going to do the side support one more time. So onto your left hand. Stack the feet, one in front of the other. Squeeze the thighs, glutes together, reaching the right arm up to the sky. Look up to your top hand. 5 breaths. Big breath in, look down to your front hand, switch sides. So right hand down, over to the other side of the feet. Keep those hips glued towards each other. Really squeeze and lift into the obliques, looking up to your top hand. Really push into the heel of the supporting hand. 2 more breaths. Look down to your supporting hand and drop the left hand down, you're back into plank. Drop the knees. And then we're going to take ourselves so that you're going to drop your hips to the left, the buttocks drop to the left. So now you're going to face towards the right. Sit yourselves nice and tall. So grow the spine tall. Taking the hands to the side of the right leg. And you're going to look over to the far right, your drishti to the far right. Squeeze and lift into the belly, taking a lovely twist here. 2 more breaths. Inhale, look to the front. Use your hands, push into the hands, and then drop the buttocks to the right. So now your feet are to the left. So just holding onto your left leg, just below the knee and onto the foot. Grow the spine tall. And then twist and look over to the far left with your drishti. Squeeze and lift into the belly. Taking a lovely twist, we're massaging our internal organs. Deep ujjayi breaths. Inhale to center. And then coming down to lay on your fronts. So laying on your fronts. Coming to a little locust. So legs glued together. Going to reach your arms back, palms facing up. Going to look down to the mat. So don't look to me if you can help it. Just follow my voice. So keeping the neck nice and long. We don't just strain the neck. You're going to take a nice big breath in. And you're going to lift the upper body off the mat. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, lower down. We're going to do that 2 more times. Big breath and lift. Keeping arms alongside legs. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Make it a little bit longer each time. So the last one we're going to count for 8. So take a nice big breath in. Exhale, lift, and this time clasp the hands together, squeeze the shoulder blades together, squeeze the legs together, glutes, the whole lot. For 5, 4, Lift the arms away. 3, 2, 1. Make a little pillow for the head. Just for a couple of breaths. And taking your hands to line up with your lower ribs, fingertips facing forwards. Keep the legs glued together, toes pointed. Bring the elbows in close. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, so we're keeping them nice and tight. Taking a nice breath in. Start to push into the hands, straightening up the arms as much as you can. Driving the hips forwards, looking up. Now, once again, we're all different. Some people might not find it easy to straighten their arms. Take it to where you can. But drive those hips, drive the pelvis forwards, squeeze into the glutes and thighs, keep the legs together. You can have a little softness in the elbows, don't have to lock them out. Just hold it here for another 3 breaths. Big breath in. Slowly peel yourself back down to the floor. Taking your hands to reach back, clasping hold of your feet by the ankle. So holding the ankle joint, flex the feet. So now you have a nice purchase for the hands. So we're going to make sure your knees don't spread out to the sides. We're going to take a bow. So we're going to keep the legs parallel with each other, nice and tight. Then squeeze the shoulder blades together. We're going to keep looking down to the mat to start. Big breath in. Exhale, begin to lift the legs and lift the chest. So push into the hands with the feet. Lift, 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 and lower down. We're just going to do 1 more of those. Big breath in and lift. So push into the hands with the feet. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. You're looking forwards now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower down. Coming back into child's pose. Push into the hands. Drive the buttocks back towards the heels. Drop the head down to the floor. Just hold it here for a couple of breaths. Roll the shoulders forwards. And then coming back up, sitting on the heels. Like to extend the legs out front. And then take the left foot across the right leg. And then bring the right foot in. So we have the right leg bent, foot folded in, and the left foot leg across the right. We're going to take a twist over to the left. So you're going to hook your right elbow across your left knee, and you're going to look over to the far left. Now bring that left hand around, wrap it behind your back, and reach towards your right thigh or hip. So looking far behind, squeeze and lift into the belly. Grow that spine nice and tall. 2 more breaths. Inhale, center. Switch the legs. So now the left leg is going underneath. Bring the foot in. And then taking the right foot across the left. So now we're twisting to the right. Hook that left arm across the right knee. And then binding the right arm around the back. Reaching towards the left thigh. Spine tall and long. Squeeze the navel in. Lift into the bandhas, looking over to the far right with your drishti. Three deep Ujjayi breaths. Inhale, center, release. And then extend the legs up front. Take the strap now with your block to take Paschimottanasana, forward fold. Going to take the block under your feet if you have lovely stretchy hamstrings or long arms, or take the strap around the feet. So first we're going to just spend a moment in Dandasana, which is staff pose. So just imagine your back is pushing against the wall behind you. Begin to activate the thighs, really flex the feet towards you. Take a breath in, reaching the arms to the sky. Now tilting forwards, forwards, forwards. Imagine somebody's pulling you from your hands, pulling you from the wrists. Reach, 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 reach. Hinging from the hip creases. Then grab hold of what you can. Ankles, feet, big toes, block or strap. So take a breath in to lift and lengthen once more. Just checking you're hinging from the hips and not arching the spine, rounding the spine over the legs. So the belly will land first onto the thighs. Just turn sideways on so you can see me from this way. So I'm really hinging from the hip creases as I reach forwards. So my belly is going to land first onto my thighs. I'm not rounding over, trying to get my head down. So the idea is put it straight back as much as humanly possible. So folding forwards, Paschimottanasana. So your drishti, your gaze is down to your shins and your big toes, depending on how far down you are going. Really scoop and lift navel to spine. Squeeze into the thighs a little bit more. So squeeze the thigh muscles. So that really helps actually to release the hamstrings. And then with every exhale, really work with the exhale to fold that little bit more and more over the legs. So this is a sort of a letting go moment. So as we take these deeper stretches slowly, we send the signal to our muscle spindles to not over contract. So this is an opportunity to really work slowly and deeply. So the head will land last onto the legs. Let's hold it here for another 5 breaths. Taking a nice deep breath in. I've now remembered what the thighs are called. They're called quads. Quadriceps, 4 muscles. Don't know what happened to my anatomy then. So lifting up nice and slowly. Start to roll down with control slowly onto your backs. So first we're going to come into Halasana, cloud pose. So rolling down, use your hands behind your knees. So curve, nice C curve through the spine. Bringing the knees into chest. And then extend the arms long, palms facing down. Press into the arms and hands. Lifting and sending the legs overhead. So squeeze into the glutes and squeeze into the quads. Point the toes, touch the toes down to the earth if you can. Now, if this feels really comfortable for you, you might want to straddle the legs and tilt the pelvis a little bit higher up and reach the arms between the legs. Palms hands together in prayer and hold it here. So we're really on the tops of our shoulders here. Do not move your head. So moving the head when we're in any inversion is not a good idea. So please do not move your head. If you are in your plow, staying in your plow, then come from plow to shoulder stand. So the transition is as follows. You're going to wiggle your arms a little bit closer together. Squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other. You're going to take your palms of your hands into your lower back, into your sacrum. You're going to use your elbows and arms as a tripod support. And then lifting the legs up one at a time or 2 together, depending on how strong you feel today. Squeeze and lift into the belly. So take 2 legs together if you wish. You're going to point those toes up towards the sky. Stacking the legs over the hips if possible. So your chin is now right into your chest, giving us Jalandhara Bandha. Close the eyes. Connect with your breath. Keep the focus and attention inwards. So do not move your head. Another 5 deep breaths in and out. If it's available to you, slowly, slowly bring your knees down to your forehead. Stay here. Extend the arms long away from you, palms facing down. If you feel comfortable, have a go at dropping the knees either side of the ears. So now your knees and your shins are on the floor, only if it's comfortable. If you feel this is really nice, wrap your arms around the backs of the knees and hug your inner knees into your ears. This is called Karanapadasana. Extend the arms away once more, palms facing down, coming back to plank. We're going to roll down through the spine, vertebra by vertebra, using the arms and hands as brakes. But engage your core, engage your stomach muscles, squeeze into the thighs. Keep the legs engaged. And then get your hands ready to come into fish. So we're sitting on our hands, palms facing down. The legs touch down to the earth nice and slowly. Then bring the shoulder blades, squeeze the shoulder blades in. You're on your elbows. As you take a breath in, lift the chest. Open the chest, open the sternum, open the heart center. And then dropping the crown of the head back down, look behind you. Taking a few deep breaths here into Matsyasana, fish pose. If you're very comfortable and you want to take Uttanappadasana, then release the arms from underneath, point the hands, prayer position up to the sky. Only if this is something you've done before, otherwise stay in fish. If you're taking the second option, lift the legs, squeeze them together, bring them into a 45-degree angle from the earth. Hold it here for another 3 breaths. Deep breaths into the belly, really use the diaphragm. Take a nice deep breath in. As you push into the elbows, look to your feet. Lower the back down to the floor, arms spread wide. Bring the feet in towards the buttocks. And then drop those knees, window back by the legs from side to side. Hug the knees in tight. Bring those knees in almost like they're coming into the armpits. And then lift the head, just bringing the head up towards the knees. Little rock from side to side. And then extending the legs long. Time to take a little Shavasana. But first we're going to take a little chi reset. So have the body nice and relaxed on the floor. Close the eyes. Palms of the hands facing upwards, arms generously away from the body. What we're going to do is you're going to point and flex your feet very strongly and actively. The body is going to slide up and down along the floor. Let your head nod with the action. Just keep going and keep breathing. For another 10, 9, keep going, 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then I want you to tense every muscle in your body. Make fists with your hands. Lift the arms and legs off the floor. Squeeze into the buttocks, into the abdomen. Scrunch up the face. Draw the shoulders by the ears. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Big breath in. Through the nose. Out through the mouth. Exhale, release. Allow the body to just flop down onto the floor. Roll the head left and right. Keeping the eyes closed. Coming back to center. Just spending a couple of minutes here now. Letting go. Softening the muscles of the face, the skin of the face. unclenching the jaw, eyes resting heavy in their sockets, feeling that volume of the tongue rest heavy in the roof of the mouth, and noticing the breath come and go, no longer needing to force it. Just feel the sensation of the breath. Just notice every breath like a wave coming in and out of the body. Feeling every point of contact with your mat, with the floor. Send the breath there to soften and ease and dissolve your body, melting, sinking into your mat. Softening the chest, the upper back, the abdomen, the lower back, hips and buttocks, the arms and legs, the hands and feet. Just breathing deeply. Just staying here for another few moments. Just let the breath come and go. Keeping that focus and attention inwards. Just hearing the sound of my singing bowl. Just let it soothe you. Just as you deeply relax the body and mind. Giving yourself this precious gift of time. Lots of love and compassion, self-care. No judgment, no self-criticism. Just knowing that you're absolutely perfect right now, in this moment where you are. Slowly reaching your arms overhead, stretch yourself along your mat nice and long. Give yourself a super lovely stretch. And then rolling over onto your right side. And then very slowly in your own time, without rushing, coming up to seated, keeping the eyes closed or the gaze low. Coming to a cross-legged seated position. Just growing the spine tall, so sitting nice and tall, shoulders over hips. Taking your hands together, consciously drawing them together into prayer, and taking them to your heart center. In honor of yourself, in honor of your practice. Dropping your head down towards your heart. The light in me honors the light in you with the greatest gratitude, love, kindness, and respect. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful evening. It was lovely seeing you again through YouTube. And I hope that you enjoyed your practice tonight. Namaste. Thank you. So hopefully you hear me throughout that. Namaste. Thank you, Gemma. Thank you for inviting me to join you tonight. So if anyone has any questions, you're welcome to contact me. You can find me on Facebook. Just send me a friend request. And yeah, if you have any questions. So have a lovely evening. Make sure you drink plenty of water. And if you haven't had any dinner yet, then I think it's a well-deserved supper. You would have squeezed in all of those spaces and the digestion will work really, really well. So have a lovely evening. love and light. Namaste.